There is a dangerous lie whispered into the human heart as the years pass by, a quiet illusion that tells us our financial destiny is already written and that if we have not built wealth by now, it is simply too late. People look at their bank accounts, their debts, their age, and the wasted years behind them, and they surrender to despair, believing that the doors of abundance are forever closed. But today I want to shatter that illusion completely because ancient Jewish wisdom teaches us something radically different, something that breathes infinite hope into every human soul, no matter what season of life you currently find yourself in. I am Rabbi David, and for decades I have studied the deep waters of the Torah, the Talmud, and the practical laws of commerce that have sustained our people through every trial and triumph in human history. And for those who are truly serious about accelerating their journey, for a limited time, I am opening the doors to the Torah Millionaire Business School for just $299. This is where I unveil the complete Torah wealth system, the full architecture of ancient wisdom applied to modern financial transformation. You can find the link in the comments below this video, in the description, and if you are watching on my YouTube channel, you will also see a QR code on the banner of my channel page. Just open your phone camera, point it at the QR code, and it will take you directly to the school. The doors are closing soon, so do not wait. When we open the sacred texts of our tradition, we discover a profound foundational truth that changes everything about how we view time and wealth. We learn that every single morning, the Creator renews the work of creation, and with that daily renewal comes an absolute blank canvas for every human being walking the earth. You are never stuck, no matter how many financial mistakes you made in your past, no matter how many bad investments you entered, or how much debt you accumulated through poor planning. The past does not dictate the financial reality of tomorrow unless you allow your spirit to remain chained to it. Every breath you take is a gift of divine mercy, an invitation to start over with greater wisdom, sharper insight, and a renewed commitment to building enduring prosperity for your family and your community. The human mind is remarkably resilient, capable of learning new skills, adopting new mental models, and executing new strategies at any age. When you let go of the heavy anchor of regret, you free your hands to grasp the opportunities that are right in front of you today. Every master of commerce, every great investor, and every wise entrepreneur has faced failures and dark moments where the outlook seemed bleak. Yet the difference between those who remain defeated and those who rise to extraordinary heights lies entirely in their willingness to embrace a fresh start. You must convince your inner spirit that today is day one of your financial life, a day filled with infinite potential and divine backing. The universe is governed by laws of growth and renewal that operate independently of human discouragement. When you align your mind with the infinite possibilities of the present moment, you stop fighting against time and start cooperating with the eternal rhythms of success and prosperity that have sustained humanity for millennia. Every single day offers a fresh opportunity to recalibrate your financial compass, rewrite your personal story, and step into the boundless abundance that awaits those who refuse to surrender to despair. In Jewish spiritual life, the concept of teshuvah is usually discussed in the context of returning to righteousness and repairing our relationship with the divine. But teshuvah is equally a financial concept, a profound turning around from the destructive habits of the past toward a disciplined, intentional path of wealth creation. When you engage in financial teshuvah, you look honestly at your spending, your earning capacity, and your mindset without self-judgment or despair. You acknowledge where you went astray, You forgive yourself for the lack of knowledge that caused your past struggles, and you make a firm resolve to walk in the financial paths outlined by the Torah. This turning point is where real wealth creation begins, because wealth is not merely a matter of mathematics. It is fundamentally a matter of spiritual alignment, discipline, and emotional clarity. Financial teshuvah requires courage because it forces you to dismantle the illusions you constructed to comfort yourself during times of scarcity. You stop blaming the economy, your employer, your background, or your age, and you take absolute, sovereign responsibility for your financial trajectory. By returning to fundamental principles of honesty, hard work, intelligent budgeting, and strategic investment, you align yourself with the cosmic currents of abundance that flow through the universe for those who are ready to receive them. This return to financial sanity is a liberating experience, lifting the suffocating fog of confusion and replacing it with laser-sharp focus on income generation and asset accumulation that lasts a lifetime and transforms future generations. When you commit fully to this process, you cleanse your financial slate and build an unshakable foundation for lasting prosperity. Many people believe that compound interest is only kind to the young, that if you did not start investing in your 20s, the door of exponential growth is locked to you forever. This is a profound falsehood that keeps millions of people in unnecessary poverty. Compound interest does not care about your age, it cares about your capital allocation and your consistency today. Even if you begin later in life, the mathematical power of compounding combined with the disciplined application of Jewish financial principles can completely transform your net worth in a remarkably short span of years. When you allocate your resources wisely, when you plant your financial seeds in fertile ground and protect them from emotional panic, time amplifies your efforts. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right this very second. Consider how modern financial instruments and smart business models allow capital to multiply much faster than in ancient times. When you combine modern economic vehicles with timeless spiritual discipline, your wealth-building engine operates with unstoppable momentum. You do not need 40 years of compounding to achieve financial security and independence. You need intense focus, intelligent deployment of capital, high-margin income streams, and unwavering patience as your investments work for you day and night, even while you sleep or study sacred wisdom. The mathematical reality is that aggressive saving and smart investing in your later decades can easily outpace casual, undisciplined dabbling spanning over a lifetime of missed opportunities and financial wandering. Your future is determined by your actions today, not your calendar age. To understand how to build real wealth, we must examine the ancient wisdom of the Talmud, specifically the timeless teaching regarding the division of assets. The sages of the Talmud instructed us to divide our financial resources into 3 equal parts: 1/3 in land, 1/3 in business, and 1/3 kept liquid in our hands. This brilliant economic blueprint provides stability, growth, and security all at once. Land represents real estate, tangible property that anchors your wealth in the physical world and provides shelter and generational security. Business represents active enterprise, commerce, the productive engagement of your talents and capital to generate ongoing cash flow. Keeping 1/3 liquid ensures that you are never trapped by an emergency, that you can seize sudden opportunities when they arise without desperation or high-interest debt. This 3-part division has protected Jewish families through centuries of wandering and economic upheaval, and it remains just as powerful today in the modern global economy. When you structure your balance sheet according to this divine formula, you eliminate the fragility that causes most people to panic and sell at the worst possible moments during economic downturns. You possess the solidity of real estate, the active income of commerce, and the protective shield of liquidity, creating an unbreakable fortress of financial peace. This balanced approach prevents overexposure to any single asset class and ensures that your financial foundation remains unshakable regardless of external economic storms and market turbulence across the globe. By implementing this ancient strategy, you insulate your family from uncertainty and position yourself for enduring financial success. In our modern obsession with get-rich-quick schemes and speculative gambling, we often forget the sacred balance between divine trust and human effort, known in our tradition as bitachon and hishtadlut. Bitachon is the absolute inner peace and trust that sustenance comes directly from the Creator, that every dollar you are meant to receive is already decreed. But bitachon is never an excuse for passivity or sitting idle, waiting for manna to fall from the sky. That is where hishtadlut comes in, representing the practical, diligent, boots-on-the-ground effort we must exert in the physical world. Hishtadlut is the business plan, the marketing campaign, the disciplined saving, the professional education, and the daily hustle required to build a thriving enterprise. When you combine unwavering trust with relentless, honest effort, you create a sacred vessel for divine blessing to enter your financial life. People often fail in business because they lean entirely on their own cleverness, forgetting that success is ultimately a gift from above. Or conversely, they sit back waiting for miracles while exerting zero practical effort. The Torah demands both complete inner reliance on the Almighty and fierce, methodical, intelligent execution in the marketplace. When these two forces unite within your daily routine, doors open where none existed before, and obstacles melt away before your determined stride. Your labor becomes sanctified work, and your income reflects the harmony of spiritual and practical mastery that defines true success in both this world and the next. Embracing both trust and effort unlocks the true doors of prosperity. Another cornerstone of true Jewish wealth building is the sacred practice of Maser, the setting aside of 10% of your earnings for charity and the support of Torah learning. To the superficial observer, giving away 10% of your hard-earned income might seem counterintuitive when you are trying to build wealth, but the sages tell us a profound secret about Maser. Tithe your wealth so that you may become rich. This is not merely a charitable obligation, it is a spiritual wealth acceleration mechanism. When you practice Maser, you rewire your relationship with money, conquering the spirit of scarcity and fear that keeps people locked in poverty. You declare to the universe that money is a tool of flow, not a hoard to be jealously guarded out of terror. Furthermore, the act of supporting those who study wisdom and helping the vulnerable invites profound divine protection over your remaining 90%, ensuring that your wealth is blessed, multiplied, and kept safe from sudden loss. Many successful business owners will testify that their financial breakthroughs directly correlated with their absolute commitment to tithing with a joyful heart. When you partner with the Creator through charity, your business ceases to be merely a mechanism for selfish accumulation and becomes a conduit for divine blessing that uplifts your entire community and elevates your commercial endeavors into acts of profound holiness and enduring impact that echo through eternity. Generosity is the true key that unlocks divine abundance. Let us look closer at how fear paralyzes potential investors and entrepreneurs. So many people possess brilliant ideas and incredible work ethics, yet they remain frozen on the sidelines because of the fear of failure. They look at the market, they listen to the prophets of doom in the media, and they let hesitation rob them of their future. But the Torah teaches us that fear is an illusion that shrinks our capacity to receive the blessings prepared for us. When you ground your financial decisions in wisdom rather than emotion, when you educate yourself thoroughly before making a move, fear loses its grip. You begin to see every market fluctuation not as a threat to your survival, but as a natural part of the economic landscape that sophisticated builders navigate with calm assurance and strategic patience. Courage in financial matters does not mean reckless gambling. It means taking calculated, well-researched risks while maintaining absolute faith that you are guided by higher wisdom. When you eliminate terror from your decision-making process, your mind opens up to creative solutions, innovative partnerships, and lucrative opportunities that fear completely blinded you to in the past. Overcoming financial fear is not about having zero risk. It is about cultivating an inner fortress of calm that allows you to act decisively while others are paralyzed by panic and uncertainty in the face of temporary economic shifts. Step past your fears and embrace your financial power. Wealth building is also an act of profound generational responsibility. When you take control of your financial destiny later in life, you are not only securing your own retirement and peace of mind, you are transmitting an invaluable legacy of financial literacy and spiritual resilience to your children and grandchildren. In Jewish tradition, leaving an inheritance is important, but leaving an example of industriousness, integrity, and generosity is infinitely more precious. When your children see you rise above past mistakes, master new financial disciplines, and build a thriving enterprise through honest labor and divine trust, you change the genetic and behavioral blueprint of your entire family tree. You break the cycle of financial struggle once and for all, replacing scarcity with abundance for generations to come. This generational transmission of wealth and wisdom ensures that your descendants will stand on your shoulders, reaching heights of achievement and charity that you are only beginning to dream of today. Your financial renewal is therefore not an isolated personal event. It is a sacred gift rippling outward through time to bless everyone connected to your name. When you build wealth with integrity and purpose, you erect a monument of enduring impact that outlasts physical life and echoes through eternity in the character, strength, and security of your descendants across the ages. Your legacy of wealth and wisdom will endure forever. Consider the merchant who travels far across the sea to acquire precious goods, weathering storms and uncertainty with quiet resolve. That merchant does not curse the storm. He simply adjusts his sails and trusts in his navigation skills. Your financial journey requires that exact same resilience. There will be economic downturns, unexpected expenses, and moments of doubt when the path forward seems obscured. But if you hold fast to the timeless principles of the Torah, if you practice disciplined asset allocation, exercise unwavering bitachon coupled with diligent hishtadlut, and maintain the purity of purpose through maser, you will navigate any storm and reach the shores of enduring prosperity. It does not matter where your boat is right now or how damaged the hull might feel. With the right guidance and a renewed spirit, you can steer toward magnificent wealth. Every challenge you encounter is simply a divine test designed to stretch your capacity, sharpen your acumen, and prepare you for the larger responsibilities of abundance that await you just around the corner. By remaining steadfast during trials, you prove your mettle as a true builder of wealth who cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks or economic headwinds in the marketplace of modern commerce. Keep your eyes on the horizon and sail forward with absolute confidence. Let us dispel another myth that often keeps people bound to financial mediocrity: the idea that wealth and spirituality are somehow in conflict. There is a toxic spiritual narrative in various cultures that equates poverty with holiness and wealth with corruption. The Torah rejects this false dichotomy entirely. Abraham, our father, was immensely wealthy in cattle, silver, and gold, yet he was the embodiment of divine hospitality and spiritual devotion. Isaac and Jacob were prosperous men of substance. Wealth, when acquired through honest enterprise and utilized for noble purposes, is a magnificent vehicle for holiness. It allows you to support charitable causes, educate your children without financial terror, provide dignified employment to others, and stand tall with independence and self-respect. Money is neutral energy, and in the hands of a person guided by Torah values, it becomes a mighty instrument for good in a broken world. When you view your financial success as a sacred obligation to heal the world and support righteous endeavors, money flows toward you because the universe knows it is entering stewardship that will honor its source. True Torah wealth is generous, purposeful, and deeply connected to the elevation of humanity, proving that spiritual devotion and financial abundance walk hand in hand in the lives of those who understand the divine blueprint of commerce and divine blessing in everyday existence. Embrace wealth as a tool for supreme righteousness. As you sit listening to these words, I want you to make a solemn promise to yourself. Decide right now that your past financial failures, your missed opportunities, and your late start do not define your final chapter. The Creator of the universe is the ultimate God of the second chance, the third chance, and the 1,000th chance. As long as there is breath in your lungs, the book of your financial life is still being written, and you hold the pen. By applying the ancient wisdom of Teshuvah, by embracing the three-part asset division of the Talmud, by trusting deeply while working diligently, and by opening your hands in generous tithing, you set in motion forces far greater than yourself that will guide you toward true abundance. Do not let another year slip away in regret or hesitation. Take inventory of your assets. Organize your finances according to the ancient blueprint, commit to lifelong learning, and step forward with absolute confidence that wealth building is your birthright. The tools are available, the wisdom is waiting, and the time for your ultimate financial awakening is right now in this exact moment of your life, opening doors you never thought possible as you embark on this sacred journey of wealth and transformation. Your destiny of abundance is calling you forward, and remember, if you are ready to take this transformation to the highest possible level, the Torah Millionaire Business School is waiting for you. For a limited time, you can access the complete Torah wealth system for just $299. This is the exact blueprint I have used to help thousands of people achieve massive financial and spiritual success. The doors are closing soon. Click the link in the comments, find it in the description, or scan the QR code on my channel banner right now. The journey to real wealth is not a sprint driven by greed, but a marathon sustained by purpose, wisdom, and divine blessing. Step out of the shadows of regret, step away from the paralyzing whispers of late-age doubt, and step boldly into the magnificent financial destiny that has awaited you all along. May you be blessed with immense clarity, unfailing courage, and overflowing abundance in all your righteous endeavors. Shalom.